What's going on, guys? This is the Coach Colin podcast, and I just did a 10-minute podcast, and I wasn't recording. Doesn't matter how long I've been in video, I do it at least once a year. I'm 8 years deep in this whole thing. Is it 8 years? 2015? 7 years? Going on 8 years. And I still forget to press record sometimes. No one's perfect. All right. You guys know what this podcast is about. It's about you, maybe a friend you know, men in general who have not unlocked their true potential, their full potential, and they feel like it's in them somewhere and they do not know how to unlock it. And all they need is just a few tools and a very handsome man explaining things that they don't usually talk about or hear about from other people, from their regular sphere of influence. And I'm the handsome guy. Hi, how you doing? I gotta wash this shirt though. I wore this shirt like twice last week or this week. I love that Superman. I love it. But what I wanted to talk about today was the importance of a morning ritual. This will be a quick one because as much as I can't go too in depth about it because there isn't too much to it. A morning ritual is super important. Now, what is a morning ritual? Most people understand a morning ritual to be you get out of bed, you go to the washroom, you shit, shower, shave, you brush your teeth, and then you go downstairs and have coffee. That isn't really a morning ritual. That's basic upkeep. That's the things that you have to do in order to start your day. A morning ritual is more so things that I would still say things that you have to do, but they're not just to start your day. They're to make you feel more whole. To make you, you know what? A good way to say it is to make you start your day off right. That's what a morning ritual is. For me, I do the showering and the brushing the teeth, and I make sure to have, peppermint tea in the morning. Like that's the first, like I drink a liter of water as soon as I wake up, drink peppermint tea just to get my stomach and organs all woken up and working right. But my morning ritual is prayer, stretching, and reading. That's what I do. When I wake up, as soon as I'm done that showering and everything, I get to praying, I get to stretching, and I get to reading. And those three things make me feel very, very whole. Now, a big thing that I've noticed working with clients. Oh, I hope I'm good for volume. One of my buddies, Adam, he reached out to me and let me know that the volume was off. I hope that this is loud enough for everybody. I'll boost it up as much as I can in post. But yeah, sorry for that. If you saw an episode before and the volume was low, sorry about that. I'm working on it day by day. I've never used OBS before, so we're just working through some stuff. But what I noticed talking to a lot of people is a morning ritual is important because it gives you a certain segment of the day, the beginning of the day, to do things for yourself. I like to go about my coaching. I go in a very habit formation base. Like I really do believe your daily habits are the things that will make your goals inevitable. I really do believe that because, your habits are the building blocks of who you become. I notice when I'm building habit boards for people that the habits that they'll have won't exactly be for them. I had one client, he had a bunch of habits and I noticed something. I'm like, there's a trend. I'm like, all these habits are for other people, whether it be family, friends, work, this, that. And so often we get all that confused because our family, it's like an extension of us. Of course, if I do something for my family, I'm doing it for myself. Of course, if I do something for my job, I'm doing it for myself. Of course, if I do something for my wife, I'm doing it for myself. But there's things that you have to do that are just for you. When I pray, it is just for me. It is just for me and my relationship with God. When I stretch, it is just for me and my body. So I feel limber and I can move around and I can sit for hours or I can work out for hours. And when I read, it's just for my own mind. It's really, really important that you make sure, going forward, I really want to kind of tell people, you got to do your first 5 things that you do. Let's just talk about your morning ritual. Let's say it's 5 things that you do. Your first 5 things should be just for you. And I know when you have kids, that's hard. And I know if you have work really early, that becomes hard. But just, you have to try and fit it in somewhere. If not in the morning, in the evening when you get home from work. At some point, something has to be just for you. Maybe you're at work and it's lunchtime. You have an hour lunch. Just eat whatever, but instead of shooting the shit and just chilling, go and do something just for you. Whether that's reading, whether you're taking a walk, whether you take a drive, whether you just get in your car and listen to music and dance, whatever it is that you need to do in order to feel whole, because that's what a morning ritual really is about. It's about you feeling whole. Like the way I put it with a client that I had, I'm like, right now you're doing things that are emptying the cup. Like all the habits are things that are going to empty the cup. But at what point do you fill it? Right? You ever hear that saying, you can't draw from an empty cup? It's that. So it's so important that your morning ritual or evening ritual, it's so important that the things that you do be just for you. Right? And don't get me wrong, I still have things that are for other people, but stretching, prayer, reading, my workout, what else is just for me? My bedtime, my sleep, all of these things are just for me. But then also I have work on my podcast and my coaching practice. That's work, that's impact. That's one of my core values. Then I also have, the thing that impacts love, my relationship with my wife. I tell my wife I appreciate her. I hug her. I hold her for 2 minutes and tell her how much I appreciate everything she does for me. That's for her. But also that's for our relationship. Also, when we have children, that's for them to see. You know what I mean? So I can't stress it enough, the importance of a morning ritual. If you need help putting together a morning ritual, hit me up. I specialize in this because I've had to. I thought I was just going to help people with their habits and have them do like 10 habits. And then I realized like I have to actually inform people how important a morning ritual is, because a lot of people don't know. You think it's just you showering and brushing your teeth. That's not. That's part of it. That's part of the things you do every day. And the things you do every day do become ritual. But that's not what I'm talking about. That's when people say morning rituals, that's not what they mean. It's things that you do just for you so you can feel whole, so you can feel like you've done something for yourself. Because if you don't do it, who else is going to? You know what I mean? No one else is going to make sure I pray. No one else is going to make sure I stretch. You know what? Prayer, I might be lying about that, because I got my buddy Joel. He drops these videos that are like prayer videos all the time, and I listen, and sometimes I'll pray just based on that. So, but for the most part, no one's going to make sure I pray, I stretch, and definitely no one's going to make sure that I read, because those things are to benefit me, my mind, my body, and my soul. It's up to you to take care of your mind, body, and soul. As men, as people, if there's some women watching, just you have to take care of that yourself. No one else is going to do that for you. As always, you already know, if you look up in my description, you're going to see something a little differently. You're going to see something a little different. I have a Calendly now, has all my hours set out. If you'd like to book a session where we talk about things like this, talk about your core values, how you can flesh out your core values, how you can actually build a map towards becoming the person that you know you could be, that you know you should be, hit me up. You can book a session. It's right there. Other than that, hit me up on Instagram if you just need to talk some stuff out. I'm always there for that type of stuff as well. That's the episode for today. I just wanted to touch on that, because I didn't realize sometimes, like, because I have a coach. I just got off of a coaching call with my coach, right? I have my wife, and she has a morning ritual. My friends have my sphere of influence. We all know about this stuff, but I realize that a lot of people don't. And I just wanted to make this video real quick to just let you know the importance of a morning ritual. So like, what are the things? Here's another thing as well before I go. What are the things you can do for your morning ritual? I would suggest always I suggest exercise, some type of quietness. It doesn't have to be prayer. If you're not religious, just be quiet. Just reflect on things that you're grateful for. Just for 2 to 5 minutes. Give yourself just that. Stretch your body. Like just exercise. If you run, take a run. It doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be an hour-long run. Maybe you don't have that kind of time. But just 5 minutes, something, just around the block. Wake up. I used to do that. It feels good. Wake up, run around the block, come home, be silent for 2 minutes, stretch a little bit, and start your day. Like that could be a morning ritual, right? And the only reason I'm suggesting these little things is because they will grow. They will grow. You'll find more time to run, and you'll run a little longer, or you'll exercise a little harder. You'll start to meditate longer. Maybe you'll even get into meditation. Maybe you'll discover a mindfulness practice that really appeals to you. Or maybe you'll actually, build a relationship with God and you'll start praying. Who knows? But just look after yourself in that way. All right. The Instagram, you know what it is. It's I am Colin. The email is coachcolin3@gmail.com. And the Calendly link is in the description. I'm pretty sure it is calendly.com/I am Coach Colin, because I am Coach Colin. And I'm out. Peace.